Hi friends, welcome back to my library. Today we are going to read Pokko and the Drum by Matthew Forsythe. Can you tell what kind of animal Pokko is? I think you're right. Look at all of these. What do you see there? Are those trees? Are those mushrooms? What is that? I think they might be mushrooms. That's gonna be my guess, is a mushroom. All right. Pokko and the Drum by Matthew Forsythe. The biggest mistake Pokko's parents ever made was giving her a drum. Now, they had made mistakes before, like the slingshot, and the llama, and the balloon. Look at Pokko flying off, hanging out of that balloon. But the drum was the biggest mistake. "We shouldn't have given her that drum," said her father. "What?" said her mother. The drum is too loud. I can't hear you." Mom and Dad? "The drum was a big mistake," said her father. "That sounds like a wonderful idea," said her mother, who still couldn't hear what he was saying. The next day, her father said, "Pokko, why don't you take your drum outside for a little while? But don't make too much noise. We're just a little frog family that lives in a mushroom, and we don't like drawing attention to ourselves." They do live in a mushroom. I think we were right about that mushroom. That's good news. Ah! My fingers are too fat. I should never have given up the piano. Pokko agreed, and she set out as quietly as she could. It had just rained, and the forest was sparkling like an emerald. Do you know what an emerald is? It's a jewel. It's what they call a precious stone. And it's green, an emerald, usually green. Glistening like an emerald. Sparkling like an emerald, pardon me. And it was very quiet. Too quiet. Pokko started tapping on her drum just to keep herself company, but something stirred behind her. A raccoon playing a banjo started following her. So Pokko hit her drum louder. And then a rabbit playing a trumpet started following them. But Pokko kept playing her drum. And then a wolf, who couldn't really play anything, but was very happy to be near the music, joined in. And Pokko still played her drum. See the wolf? Over here. But then The wolf ate the rabbit, and Pokko stopped playing her drum and faced the wolf and said, "No more eating band members, or you're out of the band." "I'm sorry," said the wolf, and he meant it. And then they all started playing again, and soon there was a crowd of animals playing instruments. Which ones do you see? Which animals? And which instruments? Boy, there are a lot. I should hold that more steady for you. And a crowd of animals following them around, enjoying the music. So these guys aren't playing the instruments, but they're just having a good time. And they were all following Pokko. Which one is Pokko? Exactly. "Pokko, your dinner is ready," shouted her father. No one answered, but he could hear music in the distance. And the music grew louder. And louder. Ooh, 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 what's going to happen? Until the crowd swept through the house and carried Pokko's parents off into the woods. "Oh no," said her father. "Oh dear," said her mother. There they are, Pokko's mother and father. "I think that's Pokko down in front," said her father. "And you know what?" "What?" said her mother, who was just getting to the best part of her book. "I think she's pretty good." And no one could hear what he was saying, but if they could, if they could hear what he was saying, they all would have agreed. And that's the story of Pokko and her drum. I really enjoyed that story, did you? I like the mother character because no matter what happened, they couldn't take her away from her book. She couldn't be torn away from her book. Kind of like how I feel sometimes with my books. So thanks for being with me and reading Pokko and her drum. I'm going to go read another book. See you guys later.